Today I'll be doing a kind of like a bio profile, a little bit about Rhonda Byrne because we get into the secret and we're so excited about the secret, or we're like, oh, what is this new thing? What is this thing that was she promoting? You know, back, I didn't even know I wasn't even aware that the secret came out. I was like, what, 13, and then what was it? I was in middle school at that time, and I wish I knew. Uh, I never I didn't know about the secret till later on in my life, where I think the world is starting to be awakened. Around 2013, people say the end of the world. You know, I remember back in the day, I used to believe the end of the world is coming to an end because of the media, but it wasn't. It was the end of indoctrination. If you're a beginner watching this, indoctrination, mostly people transfer ideas into other people based upon um, being passed down or word of mouth by parents or teachers and whatnot. Indoctrination could be we living in society, believe in the educational system. The educational system uh, is not necessarily teach you, but make you a drone, make you into a robot. I see it every single day. People have no, they are living a life that they have no sense that they have a unique power and gift within them, but they have not uh, found it because we wasn't taught about these things. And so let's talk about it. Rhonda Byrne was born in 1945. She's a millionaire. She was born in Melbourne, Australia. Is an Australian television writer and producer. She worked as an I can't even say that word. Exclusive producer for television with credit in including Oz Encounters. The Secret was published in 2006 by spring of 2007 and has sold more than 19 million copies in more than 40 languages. The Secret book film has grossed 300 million. Now, let's talk about her in The Secret. When she found out the secret, her father had passed away. And think about this. When she told the story from the beginning, and she told, how the emerald tablets and the beginning and how all the great people have known this. See, there's people who will reject the secret because they think it's preposterous. People, or will be people who love the secret and will fall in love with the secret and try out the secret. But I'm glad that she did make the secret, um, because it invited me into the world that I never knew that was there. I wish I would. It was there all along, but I wasn't aware because it was not entering my consciousness. Now, when it comes to this, we have Bob Proctor, John Assaraf, um, uh, Michael Dooley, Bob Doy, all these great experts telling you, or not telling you, or explaining to you that this world exists. Like there's world where the effect outside, um, we have not have we not we haven't. When it comes to this, when we were a kid, were in touch with intuition and the power that's inside. We knew it, or most of us, right? But when we grow up, we got drowned out by the noise of the physical reality, the corporeal state in which we live, and we were shown the material things that, hey, this outside world has an effect on us. Yes, it does, but then again, we have this world that affect other things, influence other things. And if you're a beginner into this, you try to do the secret and it's not working because there's so many components to understanding. First of all, Rhonda Byrne is a great marketer. The reason why I say that is because she understands. Also, when people, storytelling, how when people storytell, we don't remember the facts and figures. We remember the stories. We remember the how it relates to us. How that she's just like, when you come into the secret, what were you feeling? Were you depressed, down, or maybe you already know it? But the thing is, you were brought into it. For me, that's how I was. I was depressed, and I was trying to live a better life through understanding what is the secret, what is the law of attraction. I was trying to find the truth. Now, perhaps people think that because I was reading so many books, and my YouTube channel is about reading books, but the problem is, I mean, the whole thing is not because of the books that affected me. It's because of what happened during my time on this planet Earth, that I found it odd that it's weird that we have coincidences, right? Why does people are drawn into this? Why can we, when we have like a positive mindset or a thought, positive people drawn into us? Why is that when we feel good, we are drawn into other people, but if we have this negative aspect or negative things, we are like drawn to negative people? It's not because of that. It's because there's some part of our subconscious mind. Now, she understand all this. Now, when it comes to you seeing all these people, they're confirmation bias, right? Meaning that you see all these experts, there's authority bias, there's reciprocity or whatever. All these bias are on you, and you're like, oh wow, there's so many people they're using. And also, when it comes by, there also when it comes to people sharing this stuff, it's not just them. The people, how I say it. For me, when it comes to marketing my stuff or sharing my stuff, I have to share it or ask people to share it to help get more, uh, not more view, but more exposure to the other audience. Remember, Bob Proctor, John Assaraf, Bob Doyle have each built an audience outside or inside, or now they have social media audience. So they marketed that to other people. Without marketing, without video marketing, you would not have known that. So it still have a little bit marketing to it. So people forget that. It's not just because you attract it. Yes, you attract it, but market. So, and also you have people like Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is the most influential person on earth, and she make Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, become famous because she has impact. She has influence. When you have that type of influence, you can influence people across the world to into this. But if they, there's a level of consciousness, right? When the law of attraction, the secret is bringing you home into the power within you, not outside of you. Meaning that when you're in your zone, when you're in the mind of your mind, your power, you affect people in the world around you. Now, the two things you have to. I tried this back in the day. So let me talk about when my friend uh, Dr. Renee, I was, it's, she, she preferred me as friend, and I prefer her as a friend. But I noticed that for some reason, I can't say friend as well as I used to when I was a kid. Because back in 2013, that's where my consciousness, my law of attraction, and Dr. Renee is amazing. And all these people who I'm naming, well, naming, they're my friend. And, Wade Luckett, Michael Lozzi is my friend, and Mike Murphy is my friend. But the word friend is hold really heavy word for me. So I'm bringing this up because whatever I, talk about it, it helped me. It's like therapy for me, right? So I don't have to hold it in so much. It's dangerous to hold the emotion into and not talk about it. So back in 2013, I was going through a chaotic state with everybody. I didn't know what's going on. I don't understand. My world is coming apart. I don't understand what's going on. I've been depressed for like 2 years because of my ex, and I hate that part. I didn't know what was going on. At that time they said that I was going through the dark night of the soul, and this is where everything went like some woo, weird boost that shit, and you start seeing what the hell's going on. Like you can make things happen, like like you can cause luck to happen, and you know. So back in 2013, I was in college. I did something that I was unconscious of doing, and at that time I closed myself, and I didn't know how to communicate again because I was so hurt by the fact that my ex left me. So I closed. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to deal with people. So when I tried to talk to people, one particular person, and I didn't know how to communicate, and that person ended up um, being a bully. But it was also my fault. But the thing is but that time I was listening to my intuition too. Say I should go ahead and do this. For some reason, this person I listened to it, but it your intuition is help there not to guide, not only to guide you, but also to help you grow in consciousness. Um, that's what I noticed every time I listened to my intuition. It helped me push through the level of reality that we are trapped in. Most people are trapped in a corporeal, physical reality that people live in, and it sucks. So what ended up happening is I made a friend. So there's an individual, and I met a friend who, when I was going through boarding school, I have lots of cool friends, and I have close friends that I hang out with playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I trusted them, and I give my trust, and I thought that would be the world that we live in. If uh, the world we live in, I thought that we're kind and nice, but that's in there. So I made this friend, and I gave him my trust. I bought him food. We went to a buffet, but and all that, and I was also looking into zodiac design, where that helped me too. It helped me in my awareness, and also therapy, and all this crazy thing happening, and I couldn't understand it. And then toward the end, he betrayed my trust. He betrayed. I thought we were friends, but he was there just to bully me. Like I had all classmates bully me, and it was so horrible. And it stuck to me like my mind. It's like I'm always cautious of how people are doing things, and it's not easy. It was never like that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because I don't want to do that. But my mind is like it's projecting out. I'm always cautious of people like doing things like to other people, and I was like, oh god. And so the word friends become heavy for me. And but I'm grateful for Wade Blugger when he helped me when I was having a dark time, and Dr. Renee, she's always connecting with me with amazing people. Michael Lozier, who helped me with uh, make guiding me through interviewing. So yeah, they're all my friends. But that's you know, but I didn't get where I am because of you know knowledge, or because, well, yes, because of knowledge, but because of I developed who I am. Jim Rohn says you attract success by the person who you become. If you want to become someone who attracts another level, you must become more of yourself. For me, when I create this video, I'm giving more of myself. Every time I read or develop more growth, I am providing value to the world. Yes, I have worth. I have worth sharing. I have knowledge to share and experience, not necessarily good or bad, but it helps to understand that we're all of you who are into law of attraction or spirituality, that you're not alone. That there's people who can understand what you're going through, or have empathy, or like if you're having weird moments with what is this weird thing that you're feeling. Like for instance, during 2013, why do I can sense energy around people? Why is that? I don't get it. Why can I, like, somehow I believe in a thing and it comes, and but it's trained, right? it's a trained process where we expect good things to happen. Like I remember Les Brown said, you gotta expect good things to happen. So the law of attraction talk about all these material things. That's for me, I'm a millennial, and I don't know if I view myself a minimalism, whatever. But I like the things that I'm attracted to, right? Well, we all have things that we're attracted to, right? That are beautiful, that are like painting or art. I'm attracted to art, right? Because they're beautiful. The problem is, society, teachers, and parents tell you that success is based upon a degree, and we were trapped by this dogma. Religions of dogma. The religion is a dogma. They disconnect your true self. You disconnect the source. The source is this incredible source of energy. I was watching a video the other day, and the person makes sense. She said that when things start to happen, it's because you're connected with the source, with God, with the universe. But if you disconnect with the source, you don't draw into people. You draw based upon what you're giving out, your energy out. I was reading Bruce Lipton's book called the biology of the mind or something. Oh no, biology of the belief or something. And in that word, I take out. He said the mind. If you change the mind, you change your biology. Huh? Basically, if you change your mind, you change the field that affect yourself. You affect things in a different way. You can feel a person's energy based upon how they are sending. But also, it's not just that, but the unconscious body level, the body language, right? People during 2013, it's a progress of holy shit. I didn't know that I can read body language. You can see people how they do things, and I never was taught body language in school. So most of our communication is also nonverbal. We say our mouth. My friend said, people always say it's not what you say, it's what you do. It's not what you do on the outside either. Let me get, because I was thinking about it. I was like, see, for me, I need to think about it like, contemplate how, in order to change my mind, I need to change the perspective of my lens or perception of my lens. So it's not what you do on the outside, it's what you do in the inside. Inside, when you self talk yourself, negative self talk, you either self sabotage or you don't believe in the thing that you're doing. You're putting that energy out in the universe and to draw um, into the world. Now, every religion, every Wicca, alchemy, all the religions that combine, even the Bible, talk about the subconscious. I used to, when I was in the start to wake up in this world, I start to dive deep into what's happening to me. I'm trying to study me. I'm trying to study why is the world the way it is. So many people are confused about the world, right? So many people are confused why is these weird things are happening to them. What it's profound wisdom that wasn't people aren't attracted into this type of thing unless they're so, have you noticed that the most successful people where they got where they are? For example, Bruce Lee, how did he get where he is? Was it because of he had talent? Because yeah, he also does have talent, but he do that talent. But also he understood he understood uh, how to use his mind, and he understood the subconscious mind because he read Think and Grow Rich. Like literally, um, this book talk about Think and Grow Rich in here, and he talk about the law. He talk about success. He talk about where is it? Here we go. Probably people would say I'm too conscious of success. Well, I'm not. Success comes to those who are become success conscious. If you don't aim at an object, how the heck on earth do you think you can get it? And Bruce Lee knew that in order to get what, see, Bruce Lee say cultivating faith. Faith can be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instruction to the subconscious mind through principle of auto-suggestion. This is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith. People knew this, except that the world that we live in tells that you have to end something that you don't want. Now, when people, beginners, either if you're a beginner and you come into this, and people's like, do you believe in law of attraction? Yeah, I do. Good things happen to me all the time. It's just that most time when I have a dip down of my depression or a bad thing that happened, really bad thing, but then something greater happened again because I knew that it's a signal for me to grow again. Um, so let's talk about what was it? Damn, the law of attraction. Law. When beginner come into this, they want most of the things people want to know. How to attract things into their life. Car, a house, uh, uh, money, right? But when it comes to this, I find that there's more when you go through a journey of finding who you really are. You have to go through a path that's it's been a journey for me. And I found that the more I go into where I want to go, it isn't what society tell me what I want to be. It isn't what my teacher, what grades that I get. I was a failure, okay? I didn't even, I got kicked out of high school back in the day. In middle school, in elementary school to middle school, I skipped school. And I pretended, I remember my mom would wake me up in the morning and I was so tired. I was like, because I would stay up late, and so I would either go to the bathroom, or make excuse, or I would watch the bus go by, and I said, oh, I was late. Oh God, that was a good day. But I got kicked out of high school, and most people think it's bad. Not necessarily. I believe that the moment that they kicked me out of high school, the moment that I changed who I am, because when you're in it, you can't see how you can become better. Like people, because you have so much pressure of from high school or education that they told you that if you become, you keep hearing people, the way to success is through education. If that is your path, I don't, most people, if you're like me, if you have effed up education, you were in special education, you thought that you were worthless. We human beings taught that we have no power. And power in and of itself not as in power over people, but power over yourself. Power as in means that we control our own vibration, that we control our own happiness, we control our own mindset and moveset based upon what we tell the mindset. And that when we regulate our thoughts, our emotions, our what we want in life, we tend to focus that and we drop. Most people, Bruce Lee said, keep on your mind and focus on the thing that you want and not what you don't want. Bruce Lee said that in his book. It's interesting, right? Why is that? Because the moment that you focus on what you don't want, you move towards that and you keep getting the same results that you don't want. But when it comes to getting the results that you want, I keep saying it over and over again. When I focus on what I want and I go through it, I bring it to my reality because I'm producing the action that I need to get there, right? And when it comes to the don't want to know, no, one of the great videos that I love all time is by Michael Lozier. He um, he was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey for his law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction or the secret helped him sell more millions of books because people wanted to know more. Right? That's awesome, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for him. Um, he's the amazing teacher that I can. He, you know what he does? He always do. Michael Osley always, no matter what, he always go the extra mile. He always provides value, and he's always teaching, and I love that. No, that's what I think I'm here for. I think I'm a message for people, not just for my millennials age, but also for people who come in contact with me to grow. I'm growing myself. I sometimes I hate how I act. I'm trying to purify that because you know what I it's my because I've been through so much pain and so much suffering. My thought is I need to clear that out, right? And because I hated life back then. When I was a kid, I hated life. When I was a kid, I got bullied. I got punched. I remember when I was working at the cashier. There was a lady. I never told this on camera, on video, but I'm gonna say it because it might as well. She said something interesting. She's like, "Yeah, I was bullied," and she's like, "Now, I'm all for diversity. I'm not racist or anything. I have friends that are black, and I have friends that are Spanish. I have friends that are Asians, white, but all through my life, I've been hurt by black people, and it's tough when you're growing up and you sense that the world is a very dangerous place, right? And there was a kid who jumped out of nowhere and punched me in the eye, you know. So I love black people, and so here's the thing: there's good and bad black people, right? That's why I'm attracted to the kind, nice black people like Mr. Lennon Arnold. Mr. Lennon Arnold, who I look up to for relationship advice on his YouTube video, I think that he's doing a tremendous um, amount of service to people. He always giving free stuff, and I love that about him, man. He's a cool guy, and there are people who work in the community where I live in. There's uh, kind old people, but the problem is these kids, they're rude. They're not respectful to other people, and they shouldn't be taught that. You know, and when I was a kid, I was made fun of by ching chong 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 Chinese and stuff like that. It was hurtful, and I never told that to people. So now I'm telling about that. But a theme coming over and over again that I used to meditate. I used to do all these, but meditation is going inward to connect with the source from me. But I connect with the source every time I go in the shower. I connect with the source and say, you know what, good things will happen. And I use a thank. I'm thankful for the universe and God, whatever that you may be. And good things tend to happen, whether good or bad. And we're attracted by because we're the way that we see reality. It's based upon the receiving. People say light entering our eyes, right? How come that we never learn how to alter our internal vibration? People say, what is vibration? People say, what is the law of attraction? What is that? What is attraction? Why are people curious about this? These things, the secret is teaching you how to bring back your power, not of power over people, but power over yourself, power of how you're sending the message. You're a medium of messages. You're, the phone that you have is sending messages, whether you're DMing people, you're using frequencies. We all have frequencies of energy. Um, I was reading Bruce Lipton book. We're talking about matter, right? When it comes to matter, I forgot what he said. That when you go deep into it, there's nothing there but energy. How could that be? Like this world of weird things. Like people believe in whether people talk about uh, the simulation. Are we in the simulation? Don't know yet, but I felt like there's something there. I felt when I was going through my trying to find the truth about it all, it was kind of creepy. It was kind of I thought I was crazy, but as I interview more and more people, from people who interact or know the law of attraction, from Hans Groff, from Michael Losier, Mike Murphy, to the you are credited Justin Perry, Bob Doy, Michael. I already mentioned that. All these people they mention about the law of attraction. And the reason why I started this path because I see a lot of people struggling with the law of attraction. And it's my duty, it's my obligation to teach people to say it's not just the material thing. We all want that. But it's about the inner journey that we're going through. Every time we're going towards something that your dream is, your heart want is, you learn something, you unlock something, you unlock a perspective, a perception, a consciousness. Every time you move towards a goal, you unlock your ability to win in life. Winning does not have to be like someone loses. Everybody can win in life, but not necessarily everybody understand that situation. Yes, people have the bills to pay, and for me, we struggle, right? And stresses. For me, I get a lot of stresses, and I think about things because I come from a background of Asian family. Asian family care about their family. Of course, I was born in America, but Asian family is very different from American family. Um, it's very stressful because as an older brother, you expect to do these type of things, but you don't want like when you're really stressed out, like over time, you want to put that aside because you don't want to deal with it. That's what me. I don't want to deal with it. Like you people, it's like, oh, you have to deal with it. No, that's not what I meant. Think about it. When you were a kid, you had to go shopping for your family, and it's heavy. You don't want to do that. Most people don't do that. It was time. Anyway, my point is, when people said you gotta live in reality, but the thing is, what is reality? This reality that we talk about is nothing but mere illusion, right? Why I say it's illusion? People think, what does this mean? An illusion based upon your perception. Perception is nothing more but a compute repetition of what you see when you were little. When you were little, you were programmed to see what your parents see, what people say, and what you mirror. In your brain right now, you have what they call it mirror neurons. You people say people say it's not what you do, it's not what you say, it's what you do. So you mirror your parents, you mirror your friends, because subconsciously, there's this world culture of corporate world. They lower their standards. They lower their standards of not achieving. So when people go through the motion of working the the day to day world, they're programmed because I saw it happen. The store can program not only you but the customer. People are programmed to act the way they act because people put into that. And I saw things that were happening. I saw the things that were happening, and when it comes to understanding this type of thing, so you coming into this and you're saying, how can we attract more into our life? Well, it's the journey that you're going through. It's the growth that you should not failure. Failure and mistakes and the bad times are there to help you push up to another level of consciousness. It helps you raise your vibration, even if people say no. But the failures and mistakes are the growth, are the opportunity to attract better things into your life because that's what we're here for. We're here to raise our consciousness based upon our oneness with God or source, whatever. And as we go through that, but there's another level you have to keep learning. Most people who watch these law of attraction, quick stuff, lottery mindset stuff, they're not going to achieve what they want. They're going to be depressed. They're going to be out of alignment because they're not being who themselves. Because they're being pressured. They're trying to chase a thing that is not them. You gotta chase the thing that is you, not what people do. And so You got to be putting in the time and forward into growth and development. If you look at all the other successful people, if you say Bruce Lee didn't get where he was because he somehow did, because he took the time to read, he took the time to learn. If you look up to Bruce Lee and you don't have to time to learn, then why should you achieve that type of success if you don't put in time? Read books like On the Brain, The Mind, The Spirituality, Quantum Physics, Law of Attraction, The Secret. Read books from Bob Proctor, Les Brown, John Nassarah, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, psychology. Read books on how to sell. Read book on business a little bit, marketing, perception, relationship. All these type of things make you not all at once, but over time. Dive deep and play around with these ideas. It can help you. Brian Tracy's a good one. So if I can give you a tip, people say vision board is good. I used to do a vision board. I remember, but I couldn't do it because you're staring at something, and usually over time, your your even though I think in images. Every time I do interview, I think in images. When I talk, I think in images. When I don't know, I can see images coming in. I can see pictures. Um, Vision board, it's good. People do vision board. You can do that. Uh, you can write down your goals, like Bob Proctor do and Bruce Lee do. So what all these are? They are a tool to penetrate your subconscious mind. To Your subconscious mind is a dial. It's a psych. People get freaked out. It's a psychic. It's a medium transfer of energy. I mean, I brought this energy, but it's a transfer. It's like a cell phone where it's a dial. You transfer energy to the other. It's You transfer energy through the medium of the molecule of the earth. Right? Thoughts are powerful. Even if you think a thought and you forgot it, and somehow that thought appeared because you let it go and you didn't focus on it. But when you want to achieve your goal, you have to put it in front of you. Because if you don't put it in front of you, that's the dangerous of uh, not putting it in front of you. Because every time if I don't put stuff in front of my eyes, things get clogged up by negativity. The thoughts are like I lose focus on what I want to accomplish. And what happens when you lose focus on what you want to accomplish, you go on the wrong path. And I almost lost my path because I was focusing on the wrong thing. But you got to go back into that, so you have to put where you can see it. And these affirmations are nothing but more to reprogram your mind. The word program, the word is programming your mind anyway. So might as well program what you want instead of what people want you to be. And law of attraction is helping you to draw the reality to you because there's a level of reality. There's a reality like when I was 2013, I was living in when I was in 2012, I was living in a reality that's not good. It's a physical. There's another reality in 2013 I was living on based upon. There's another realm of possibilities, and then as you keep going up to another level, you acquire more skills, knowledge, and awareness. You're like, oh, okay, this is happening again, and then you can like transfer knowledge and help other people. So belief is one of the most good things in this world. Now, you also have self doubt, right? Self doubt, fear, and all the mistakes. You go through it. Feel the fear and do it. I have lots of fear and anxiety, right? When I was in 2013, I had so much anxiety because I was secluded in my world. And what happened is my body got sick, my mind got sick, everything got sick. Until the therapy came into my life and say, self-fulfilling prophecy. If you change the way your mind think a little bit, you change the way that the world you see. Because the world that you see is swimming with perception and lenses around with people. People put fear onto you based out of love. It's a theme over and over again. People care about you. They're not there to attack you. They're there to the care that they don't want you to go through what they've been through, and that's what all human beings experiences. But there's another level way of living that transcends a bit fear, and all through this is love's the most powerful vibration of theirs, right? They say, and love affect water in a different way than hate. The reason why I use hate a lot is because I do hate the educational system. I do hate a lot of things that it's the negativity of the world. Because people, when people you say hate, people that's a strong word. You shouldn't be using that. But I can. It's a free choice, free will. When you study in the world, there's a free will. I forgot. I think I read in the Bible that we have free will or something. I can't remember, but that's pretty much it. Start writing down what you want. Start writing down that, but not only that, take action towards what you want. For me, I'm taking action towards interviewing. Interviewing, when I go through it, it was, oh God, it was messy. But as I go through it, I wanted to share um, knowledge with people who I have connected with over the years, and it's quite fascinating how these people are doing incredible things. And people say, "Oh, why are you interviewing? Why you should do this and you should that." No, it's me because I want to do it. Because you know, people don't believe there's a law. There's a law of cause and effect. There's the law of cause and effect is the law of vibration and attraction. Law of cause and effect is the laws of laws, as Emery says, right? The laws of cause and effect is laws of giving and receiving. When that day was incredible. I wanted to say that day was incredible. Like I put the check in and I thought that I would get the money right away. I don't deposit things, so I put it in there. But I thought I was gonna get that day, but it was the next day. So I was in line for. I put in the debit card and it said it's not authorized. I can. It's I can. I can't pay for it. So what ended up happening was there was this lady. She said the cashier was about to void it, or she asked, and she was anxious. So oh my god, holding up the line, whatever. And there was this lady who wished I videotaped. Um, she said she will pay for it. It was $25. I was like, oh, I said it was $25. She said she'll pay it. That's awesome. I was so happy. It's like you have to be able to feel like comfortable of receiving it. I said, okay, sure, receive it. And it felt awesome. And And I think that the universe is telling me that I'm a message that even though people will say people are bad, I said people are good because I think that's the universe a way of saying like people are good. Some people are really messed up. Some people are really bad. If you're into the law of attraction, if you want to learn more, subscribe because I got all the interview of the law of attraction people. If you want to learn, they're all great. They all helped me on my journey, and I'll see you guys next time. So long. Bye bye.